This is my greens and morning drink that I put together. One of the things to remember is that it will have pulp in it, and so I don't strain the pulp off. I drink the pulp. Pulp is very important for your digestive system and for your intestines. It starts out with organic baby spinach, and then I have a tiny slice of red beet and a piece of raw ginger. And then for my additives, I use doTERRA MetaPower, which is also a form of collagen, and Modere Revitalize, which has about 70 minerals in it, which is great. And then I use stevia for my sweetener, and I add apple juice for my liquid for blending, cayenne pepper, which is amazing, and you only use a pinch to make sure that causes, cayenne pepper is interesting, it causes kind of a heat reaction in your body. It also does several things. I use it for my COPD, emphysema. It helps my breathing. And then I use 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and I put it in my smoothie blender and blend it all up. So I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spinach and I'm going to put it into my smoothie cup, my blender, and stuff it in there, as you can see. And that's a pretty good handful of spinach that I put in there, okay? And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little piece of ginger, raw ginger, and put that in. And I have cut a small piece of red beet that I'm going to add to it. It's not very thin and thick, it's pretty thin. I'm going to add my Modere Revitalize, which has probably about 70 trace minerals in it, and it's a powder. I've used this for years. I really believe in the company, and I believe that their products are pure and they're all scientifically based. And next I'm going to add my doTERRA MetaPower Advantage. It's also a collagen, and I have done doTERRA probably for the last 10 years, and I believe that MetaPower is an excellent supplement. Anyway, I will add that as well. Good stuff. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to add is my cayenne pepper. And I do a shake and then another shake. They tell you to put a pinch in, so yeah, not very much. Just enough to give it a little bit of warmth. Also, cayenne pepper is a blood cleaner, which is really good. Okay, the next thing I'm going to add is the apple juice. You can use whatever apple juice you want. I use Langer's apple juice. It's really good. And I fill my smoothie cup about halfway with apple juice. The next thing that I'm going to add is 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and I just pour a little bit in, which would be like 2 capfuls, not a lot, just a little bit. And the final thing that I'm going to add to this is my stevia for sweetener. Now, there are some people who really like honey, and honey is a good sweetener, and especially raw honey. You don't want honey that is pasteurized. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 stevia, little scoops in there, and then we'll blend it all up. Okay, we're ready to go. And I will blend it an extra maybe 4 or 5 seconds on low to make sure that everything's pretty well blended together. So there you have that, and then I'll show you the consistency when I take it out of the smoothie cup, out of the blender cup. So you can see, once it comes out of the blender, you're going to have your liquid more at the bottom, and then you're going to have your pulp in the center, and then of course you're going to have the air from the blending, which is kind of foamy at the top. And I just put it in a blender cup that I have my little shaky uppy thing. I'll show you in a minute. Looks like a stir, and mix it back together. And I do that several times to keep the consistency all blended together. But it ends up being quite the cleansing drink. And it cleanses your body and it heals your body. And spinach is very, very powerful. Has proteins and all kinds of wonderful things in it. Dr. Barbara O'Neill talks about eat your greens and beans. Beets is also a blood purifier. Ginger, we know, is amazing. And cayenne peppers. So there are a lot of wonderful things in this that I feel will help my body to regenerate and heal and be healthy. So we have these amazing little mixy things that we put in our jar, which are great, and then that shakes all this up before we go to drink it. So this is how I start my day, and there's lots of wonderful, wonderful ingredients in this. Between all the things that we put in there, the cayenne pepper, the ginger, the beet juice, the spinach, the apple cider vinegar, this is one of the purest drinks that you can drink to support your body with the trace minerals and the collagen. MetaPower through doTERRA, by the way, is also an energy booster and clears your mind, and also the trace minerals. So there are a lot of wonderful benefits to everything that's in this. Apple cider vinegar, we know, is a balancer of your blood so that you don't get like candida or yeast or an overgrowth of that. Also heals the gut. A lot of the things in this heal the gut, which is amazing as well. So enjoy. Yum, yum.